Hi everyone, my name is Rabbi Yaakov Moskowitz, and I am so honored to be back once again with Healing with Meaning. Thank you so much, Mrs. Copeland, for all that you do in putting together this incredible program, and of course, thank you to Torah Anytime as well for posting. You know, I heard a mashal a while ago in which there's a family that's going on a trip, and they take the Uber to the airport, they get on the plane, they get off the plane, they're renting a car, they're driving around the city to get to their hotel, they travel around from destination to destination, all the places that they're visiting. If you stop at any point in that trip and you were to ask the baby, ask the infant of the family, where are you? You know what the baby would say? There would be one answer. The baby would say, I'm in my mother's arms. Whether at the hotel, whether in the Uber, or whether in the airport, it makes no difference to the baby. The baby is in one place and one place only, and that is in the mother's arms. You know, the Torah tells us in Parshas Ba'aloscha, Al pi Hashem yachanu v'al pi Hashem yiso, that it was based on the word of Hashem that Klal Yisrael camped, and it was based on the word of Hashem that Klal Yisrael traveled. When Hashem said that they should get up and that they should go and leave this location, they would pack up the Mishkan and then they would continue on. They would go to a different location. Then the Anani HaKavod would stop and that's where they would park themselves. And the Gemara tells us that because it was all Al Pi Hashem, therefore every single place where they went and they traveled was viewed as the same place. Doesn't matter if it was point A, they went to point B, doesn't make a difference. It was all viewed as one location. And this has various halachic ramifications as well. But the Gemara says it's all viewed as one place. What does that mean? And Rav Chaim Shmulevitz explains so beautifully, the same way that that baby may be in several different places, maybe in several different continents over the course of this trip. But the bottom line is the baby always views itself as if it's in its mother's arms because that's the one spot it's really in. So too, Klal Yisrael, when they were in the desert, whether they were in one spot, whether they were in another, it didn't make a difference because Klal Yisrael was traveling Al Pi Hashem, based on the word of Hashem. Everything that they experienced in the desert was Nisim from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And in turn, they felt just like that baby. I am totally in the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Doesn't matter if I'm here, doesn't matter if I'm there. I'm just in the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's the way that they live their lives. And this lesson from Rav Chaim Shmulevitz is something so unbelievable. We have to live our lives that way as well. It may not be easy, and we go through trials and tribulations and difficulties throughout our life. However, a person has to consistently try to remember that I'm in one place and I'm in one place only. I'm only in the hands of the Rabbonu Shalom, that's it. No matter where I go, no matter what happens to me, no matter what difficulties I face, I'm totally in the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who wants to do what's best for me, who is always looking out for my best interest. You know, I heard a mashal from the Dubna Magid, something so unbelievable. You know, imagine there's a fellow who's traveling and he's carrying this large suitcase and he's walking around and there's a fellow who comes and he has a wagon and he offers him a ride, so he gets on the ride. And he's sitting on the wagon, but while he's on the wagon, he's still holding this really heavy suitcase. And the fellow says, what are you doing? You could put down the suitcase. You're on the wagon, you're on the horse. And he says, no. He says, I gotta carry it. The fellow says, why? Why would you do that? That's so silly. Don't you realize? The horse is carrying the weight anyway. So there's no reason for you to carry the suitcase. You're just carrying extra weight for no reason. Put it down and let the horse carry it. The Dubna Magid said that that's pshat in what David HaMelech says in Tehillim, Hashlech al Hashem Yehovcha v'hu yechalkalecha. A person should throw onto Hashem their burdens, v'hu yechalkalecha, and then Hashem will sustain you. We have to realize HaKadosh Baruch Hu is carrying our burdens anyway. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with us no matter where we go, just like Rav Chaim Shmulevitz said. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here. We're in Hashem's arms. We're only with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore, in turn, there's no need for us to carry this heavy load. All we need to do is throw it on HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like David HaMelech is telling us, because Hashem is with us anyway. Let this be a tremendous chizuk to all of us, to constantly remember, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with me. I'm only in the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, no matter what is going on in my life. My Father in heaven is looking out for me.